There is no secret that everything feels worse now. New shows? Horrible. New games? Disappointing. Or is it? Maybe you've fallen into the trap. Maybe you're just trying to be part of a community. Or worse, maybe this view of the world has slowly turned your mind. But maybe, just maybe, the problem isn't with the media we consume. Perhaps the problem is how we choose to see it. Opinions, hot takes, negativity. It's all over the internet. But here's the problem. There's a massive difference between a genuine review and the endless stream of slop content that floods our feeds. You know exactly what I mean. The classic, it's mid. Just 3 words that mean absolutely nothing. Oh, but they work, don't they? It's fast, it's easy, it's catchy. It's mid. The perfect blanket statement for the lazy reviewer. Just a bite-sized opinion that gets the clicks and gets the money. Reviewing is huge on the internet and got especially huge in the internet. But the good ones are hard to find. Too many slop reviews exist. And for 8 minutes, the phrase, it's mid. Think about it. Did the review you watched really say something? Will you remember it after you click off? Hate is objectively better than love in today's world of reviews. What was the last hate review video you saw? I am quite sure you don't even remember it. And maybe that's the point. You don't need to. Hate doesn't require depth, but it gets you clicks. Hate is the easy way out. It's the shortcut. It doesn't require depth, thought, or anything meaningful. Just cheap shots and empty words. Now, what about the other side of the spectrum? Love. The reviews who have something to say. These videos are hard to make. They take time, over an hour long normally. You can't just skim the surface. To craft a real, deep, and passionate analysis of something you love, you'll have to put effort into it. You've got to dig. You have to understand the entire context. You have to get into the making of the game, build solid arguments, art of the story, the tiniest details that most people won't even notice, just to tell that you actually love that game. But hate? It's mid will do just fine. So, what happened? What was the point of reviews to begin with? It was supposed to help people decide if something was worth their time and money. But reviewers quickly realized that the hate ones gathered way more clicks. Because hate sells. Hate makes views. And that's how the snowball of hate began. So they started creating content that fit into this cycle. They built their own communities based on bias, disdain, and nitpicking. You've let this culture of quick, shallow review gaslight you. These videos, these opinions, they're not real. They're not based on anything deep. Just there to get attention. And you've bought into it. You don't question the reviews you watch. You just consume them. And before you know it, you and everyone were all in a snowball of negativity. Reviews aren't about helping people anymore. About generating outrage. It's not whether something is worth your time. It's about the hot take that fuels controversy. Now searching for a review of something only serves if you want to feel validated by your opinions, or want to know the public perception of the thing. These shallow, empty reviews get more views, which leads to more hate, which leads to more views, and so on. It is a self-perpetuating cycle. Reviewers know hate works, so they fed into it. But at what cost? The true point of reviewing was always supposed to be helping people decide if something was worth their time, not tearing things down for clicks. If this hits home, you've been watching reviews and felt that familiar itch of doubt, wondering if it's all just smoke and mirrors. Then consider this: you're not alone. I am with you, but you need to take a step beyond the noise. So if you want to hear more unfiltered takes, dive deeper into things people don't want you to question, then you may subscribe. You won't regret it. Unless you're here just to hate. In that case, well, you'll still be welcome. I admit I was an avid viewer of this type of content until I stopped and realized something. They don't challenge you. They don't make you think. So I stopped and I started forming my own opinions, looking at things without the bias of an "it's mid" culture. These reviews are shallow. They're slurry of nitpicking and biased opinions that don't consider the bigger picture. I started forming my own opinions and realized that there is a better way to consume media. And guess what? The media isn't nearly as bad as people make it out to be. The issue is how you've been trained to hate it. But you see, for this type of content to be successful, even the most shallow of reviews must have a degree of truth. The reviewers must truly hate whatever they're talking about. So they try their hardest to gaslight themselves into hating something. And their followers, they don't understand that it's all a character, a persona created for clicks. It's all about selling an attitude. Most of the reviews you see out there, they aren't reviews at all. They're opinions dressed up in trendy language, hoping to spark the latest controversy. And then, of course, they get to ride the wave of hate for a few days. Let's get one thing straight. Reviews were supposed to be impartial. The goal wasn't to see how loud you could yell about how much you hate something, or how many hot takes you could gather for clicks. The goal was to evaluate something fairly. But somewhere along the way, the line got blurred. Reviews became a platform for opinion masquerading as fact. Critics started dressing their personal feelings up like they were universal truths. It's like their personal take was the definitive verdict on something. So let's be clear. This video you're watching right now, it's my opinion, not a fact. The difference between a review and an opinion is huge. I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. I'm here to give you the tools to form your own judgment. But what about these reviewers? Do they have any real understanding of the craft they are reviewing? Look at the movie critics. Do they make movies? Do they understand the struggles of filmmaking? Do they even know what a jump cut is? Or let's talk about book reviewers. They don't seem to have a clue about what they're reviewing. Sure, some of them may know a little, but do they use this experience to make less biased reviews, or do they ignore it completely for the clicks? Just because you're familiar with the surface doesn't mean you get to judge the depths. Think about it. You are an aspiring filmmaker. You would rather be reviewed by Martin Scorsese himself or a critical drinker. I know my answer, and I sure know yours as well. Consume some reviewers' books, movies, or anything they made, and you'll see most of them are uninspired at best, or downright horrible at worst. And these reviewers are the good ones. The ones who at least know a little bit about the struggles of their craft. Paradoxical, isn't it? Somehow, one is so good at seeing every flaw, he should be able to make perfection, isn't it? But it's not the case, which denounces that one does not know everything. Now, let's forget about the slop reviewers. They at least try. Now, the real problem is the bad faith reviewers. These aren't just lazy or uninformed opinions. These are reviewers who lie, twist facts to make sure their audiences sees the worst possible version of something, whether or not it's deserved. They send hate with no intention of offering constructive criticism. No interest in a fair discussion. They've picked their side, and they're going to make sure you pick it too. They've created an environment where the only thing that gets attention is negativity. It doesn't matter if it's true, if it's fair, if it's even warranted. As long as it's hateful, as long as it riles people up, it'll get views. But here's the kicker. It's not real. It is not genuine. It is a performance. They've crafted this persona of truth teller, the voice of reason in a sea of corporate nonsense. But in reality, they're just manipulating themselves just as much as they're manipulating their audience. They created a mindset, the watch to hate mindset. Ask yourself, are you seeing the truth? Or have you been conditioned to see only the flaws? Have they gaslit you into thinking that hate is the only real reaction? Because once you realize that, the game changes. And maybe, just maybe, you'll start seeing things for what they truly are, not what they want you to see.